Do you experience things like dizziness, brain fog, and stress? Do you feel like your nervous system is unregulated? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be explaining to you why that is and what you can do to start overcoming it. That is super, super simple and actually something that we have been doing for thousands upon thousands of years. So what an unregulated nervous system causes is the things like dizziness, things like brain fog, things like stress. Because basically what is happening is your nervous system is holding on to stuck energy and stuck emotions. So this causes your nervous system to be more in a sympathetic, a fight or flight state. Basically what happens is your adrenal glands get super taxed, and it makes it very hard for you to be in states of calmness, in states of presence, in states of gratitude. Because when you're in that sympathetic state, you're basically in survival mode. You're trying to survive at all times. That is what the sympathetic nervous system was evolved for, was our fight or flight system, so that hundreds of years ago when we were out hunting for food and maybe a lion tried to attack us, we could run away and we could defend ourselves. That is what happened. And we developed this nervous system in a way so that the blood gets sent in your body to the muscles that need it. But it takes blood away from your brain and your vital organs. So this also causes your body to be in a state of dysfunction. And the reason that so many of us now are in this sympathetic fight or flight mode all the time is because of the amount of time that we spend indoors, the amount of time that we spend disconnected from nature, the amount of time that we spend on our to-do lists and on our computers and looking at screens, on our phones. This causes our nervous system to be in a sympathetic fight or flight state because we're constantly getting dopamine hits when we're on our phones. We're constantly getting hits of cortisol when we're on our computers. And when we have these to-do lists, it just creates stress around us. So as we spike cortisol more and more, we are in more of a sympathetic state. And then this causes our nervous system over time to be dysregulated. So if we want to regulate and learn how to regulate our nervous system, then we have to connect back with our roots. The average American right now spends 90% of their day indoors. What this has shown to cause is anxiety, depression, and stress. This is what is caused from spending all this time indoors. It's pretty crazy. We spend like 23 hours and 45 minutes inside all day. We might go outside once to let the dog out, get the mail, and that's really the only time that we spend outdoors. Everything else is spent inside. And we evolved with our bare feet on the ground, out in dirt, working on farms, and going and hunting. This is what we did, and we were connected with nature. When there wasn't clocks and there wasn't time, we would just focus on this. When the sun came up, that's when the day started. And when the sun went down, that's when the day ended. And we were in a cyclical pattern with nature, with the sun, with the earth. And now with all the blue lights around us and all the screens and the amount of time that we spend working, we are super disconnected from nature. So if we want to learn how to regulate our nervous system, then we have to become connected with nature. We have to get back to our roots. All of our body, all the materials, all the chemicals, all the compounds that it is created from come from nature. That's why we are one with it. I know that probably if you go outside and you put your feet in the grass, or you wake up and you see the sunrise, or you go to the beach, you probably feel a lot better, right? That's because we're connected with nature and we have to get more and more connected with nature to feel better. So how are some of the ways that you can start doing this? And the best way is to start super simply. So one of the things that you can do is in the morning, instead of waking up, going on your phone, just wake up 10 minutes earlier and get outside. If you can, go and see the sunrise. See the sun come up in the morning, or just put your body outside And this is going to help regulate your nervous system in your circadian rhythm, which is in sync with the sun and the moon and the hours of the earth. So if you go outside first thing in the morning, you're producing the hormones that say, hey, it's time to wake up. It's time to go about the day. So then you can start to regulate your nervous system from that. So just get outside in the morning, go for a 10-minute walk, and you can put on a podcast. You can do whatever during this time, or maybe you just go on a walk. This is something easy that you can start doing. The next thing is to get your bare feet into the ground. We wear shoes, socks constantly, so we're disconnected from the ground. If you go outside and you put your feet into the grass, it has been shown to decrease inflammation in the body. It's been shown to produce feel-good hormones. So you're going to feel better when you do this because we're connected with nature and our energy syncs up with it. So that's another thing that you can do. Maybe in the morning you go outside, you look at the sun, and you put your feet into the ground for 5 minutes. That's it. The next thing that you can do is throughout the day, instead of taking breaks and going on your phone, take a break and get outside. What I like to do specifically is during my work days, I like to get outside. I have a patch of grass in the back. I'll kick off my shoes, put my feet into the grass, maybe do some stretching, do some push-ups, some squats, and just get outside for some time. Even play with the dog. I like to do that. So that's something that you can do as well. And then you can find some nature around you. Go for a hike. Go for a walk out in nature, out in the woods. Touch some trees, some leaves. Go for a hike outside. Maybe on the weekend, this is what you do. Instead of going out and going to Sunday brunch or going and getting mimosas, instead go for a hike. Go for a hike outside. Find a beach, go to the beach, get in the water. And just doing these simple things that we've been doing for thousands of years, this is really going to help you connect back with yourself and regulate your nervous system. So make it a priority moving forward to get outside and get into nature. This will help you regulate your nervous system, decrease the amount of stress that you have, help with the brain fog, help with depression, help with anything that is unregulated in your life. When we connect back with nature, we connect back with ourselves, we regulate our nervous system. So go ahead and try this. And if you would like further help with this, I'm releasing a community soon that teaches you all about regulating your nervous system. So you can click the first link down in the description and get on the wait list. It's going to be released to a small amount of people. But these are some ways that you can start to connect back with yourself, connect with nature, regulate your nervous system. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment, subscribe, and like, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.